And hello everyone, welcome back to some SnowRunner. I have a feeling that today is going to be very, 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 very good. Hopefully. I spent enough time preparing. Jeez, oh. You do not want to see all of the preparations I've done for today. We'll get onto that slowly as we go through the stream. Hey Walker, nice to see you. But we're starting here today because this is the very last task. As far as I'm aware, I have checked the list. I've double-checked the contract list. As far as I know, this is the last job that we have to do on this map, on Solace Bay. And then it's just a case of bringing cargo, which is easy. So we're going to start here. But the logging theme is not going to drop off today. We are in full logging mode today. That is going to be the focus of pretty much every job we do today, barring maybe a few, because I do want to try out the Avonhorn. I have some thoughts about what to do with the Avonhorn to try it out in mind, so we will be getting onto that as well. But right now, we're going to pick up this logging trailer. It's the first time I've actually used this trailer, so we're going to hook it up, we're going to see what the crack is with it, and we're going to deliver it, because... Chunk, okay. So we get the option to fold. Make sure the trailer... Oh, okay. Make sure the trailer... Uh-oh. That's not supposed to be doing that. Right. I think my buttons are slightly wonky already. Right. Fold trailer. Haha! Genius, look at that. That is so cool. How long have we waited for a trailer that does that? You know? I mean, the only issue with it that I see is that it's a very chunky trailer compared to, you know, the standard long log trailer. It's incredibly chunky, but we'll see how we do. Brought the HX out to do this. All being well, we'll probably use this trailer to do all of our long logging. You know, that is what I would like to be able to do, if it proves agreeable, because otherwise I'm going to have to buy myself the standard log trailer, and that's just a waste of money, you know? Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm doing pretty good, Walker, to be absolutely honest. I'm enjoying the second day of 3 days off from work, which is nice. Just kind of moseying around the house, getting stuff sorted that I now have time to do, which is delightful. I don't always have time to get things done on my regular schedule, you know? But yeah, all is well. All is well at the moment. Whoa, steady on. Whoa, I do see one... Oh, Nelly burgers, will you not? I do see one slight issue with this trailer. Whoa, it is... I mean, I know the terrain that we're going across is kind of wobbly as well, but it does seem to be a little top-heavy when it's folded like this, which is something I kind of expected, I will say. But providing that we can get out of this swamp, I think we will be perfectly fine. There, maybe? That's it. Do just a little nudge. But yes, the plan for today is to go into full logging mode. I've been having a look at the contracts and the tasks that need doing on the next map, the national park, and it's a lot of logging. It's a lot of logging that's left. It's like most of the major contracts are all logging, or log-based products, you know. So yeah, it's fun with trees, which is both brilliant and terrible at the same time. To be whoa, 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 whoa. It is very wobbly. Oh my lord! I do not believe I'm still on my wheels. Oh my goodness me! I think I might have to unfold this thing just to. Oh no, the trailer's kind of fallen off as well now. That's not supposed to happen, is it? Right, okay. Oh, and it centered itself. Perfect! I might have to unfold the trailer just so that we become less wobbly. That is so top heavy. It's actually like carrying medium logs, just carrying this trailer. Whew. 5 minutes in and I've already nearly ruined my entire plan for the day because I have no other trucks on this map at the moment. They have all been moved to different areas. Wondering why I'm doing this. It's because I need to turn around anyway, so I may as well go in this side of the fuel station. Yeah, I have moved all of my trucks to the other map in preparation for today. If you are on the Discord, you will have seen the picture I posted of the fleet that has assembled near to the sawmill. Yeah, it's going to be a busy day. Very busy day. And that's why I'm kind of trying to be as quick as possible with this mission. But I also need to remember not to fall over. That would be kind of disastrous at this point. So just got to remember to try and take these corners sensibly. The annoying thing is that I've got to go all the way up to the container warehouse with this darn thing, which is in completely the opposite direction to the way I actually want to be going, but hey-ho, these things happen. I should be able to take a shorter route back, thankfully. But I might also fold the trailer out, just to try out the trailer on the flat. Because this folded version is very top heavy. I think it's because like the wheels of the trailer, once they're folded like that, are so high in comparison to the rest of the frame, you know? Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. That it's very, very wobbly. I don't imagine it's like that for all the trucks that can equip this trailer. I think some trucks would probably do quite well. I was actually hoping to use the P16 for this mission, but apparently the P16's not good enough to have its own trailer. So, at least in a non-modded form, shall we say, which is really bizarre because this kind of trailer and setup is literally what the P16 has in real life. So, come on, devs, come on. You've given us this. Next step, please. But hey, what you gonna do, eh? Oh yeah, definitely got to go easy, Walker. I can't be speeding around with this trailer, for sure. I suppose once it's unfolded and has logs in it, it'll probably not be quite as wobbly. But, yeah. Folded up like this, it is certainly quite the handful. Hey, Wave! Nice to see ya. How's it going? Addicted to Anno 117. I have no idea what that means. Oh dear. Is that some sort of Genshin Impact type thing, or am I completely in the wrong ballpark here? Actually, speaking of Genshin Impact type games, myself and Natalie have both signed up for a game for like the beta test of a game called Amimo. It looks amazing. Hey. Oh. It's like what if Genshin Impact met Pokemon, basically. We're both quite excited about it. Looking forward to when the beta test for that starts. I would recommend checking it out if you like the sound of it, though. Might even cover it on the channel at some point, you know? Maybe a one-off stream here or there, something like that. I'll have to see. Right. Okay, let's get this thing to the next map, because now we need to... Now, here's the question I have, guys. I could go down this way, right? And cross over and then duck down the gateway. That is the quickest way, like in a straight line. Going straight down here, cross, and gateway, like that. That is virtually a straight line. Or I could stick to the road network and go all the way around. Longer route. But I think I might have to fold the trailer out. Oh, wow, Walker, really? You heard that this trailer... Whoa, badoing! That was energetic. Goodness me. I think we're going to fold this out for the trip down here. Because I don't reckon I'm going to be able to get through this with it all folded up neatly like that. Interesting, though, that this is a heavier trailer, apparently, than the short and medium log double trailer. Wow. Okay. That is not something I wanted to hear. I was hoping that this trailer might actually be, like, really, really good. It does seem to have a terrible turning circle with it folded out like this. Look at the... Oh, wait, no. I was just getting stuck in ruts. Okay, it's fine. I was going to say, it felt like my truck just wasn't turning there at all, which was very strange. But I was going to say, Walker, it does look very chunky, you know? It's a chunky trailer. But thankfully, I don't think I have to go very far to drop off the long logs that I'm going to need to get various missions. And I'm hoping that I can actually just bring the long logs to the trailer, load them in, and then, you know, and then unload them, you know? Rather than having to, like, specifically use this trailer to move logs. Yeah, it is. This is a very heavy trailer, actually. Wow. Man. I mean, I know I'm in low plus here, but this is very slow going. Through this mud. Let's see if I can edge out of it a little bit. Try and get a little bit more grip going. That's better. That's better. There we go. Okay. Try and stay on the firmer mud as much as possible. That's the key. Could also be because, as much as I like the HX, it might not be the best truck for this particular job, but it's one that I had available. It's one that wasn't being used for anything else, so I decided to just slap the hydro saddle on it, see how it goes, you know? Yeah, I'd probably be going a little bit quicker if I folded the trailer up, but I would also be teetering on the verge of just sheer terror, I think, if I folded it up at this point, because the amount that this is rocking around on this terrain, I think that would be a very bad idea. And once we're back on the roads, we will probably fold it up just to give us a little bit more expedience, but actually not doing that bad. There is the crossing right over there, so it's all looking good. But yeah, so once we get this truck together with the rest of the fleet, we are going to be switching over to the Avonhorn for a little bit. But there's a couple of jobs I want to do with the Avonhorn, like before anything else, basically. Firstly, to give the Avonhorn a proper test, because I've not actually used it yet, which is crazy because it's it looks like an amazing truck, and I've used the Padera loads so far, and that is, whilst I like the truck, really not as good. So it's weird that I've been forsaking the better of the two for so long. But we're going to be putting the Avonhorn to the test next, and then diving into some serious logging. The Forester is going to be getting a lot of use today if I manage to actually get through everything I want to get through. But it just depends how well things go. We'll just have to see, but I'm in a positive mood about SnowRunner now. I was very down in the dumps until a couple of weeks ago. It just seemed like there was no end in sight, you know? I still can't believe that there was one particular stream where I made only 1% progress on the whole region. I got 3 hours of work in, shifting cargo, moving things, all that kind of stuff. Got 1% completion. I was ready to throw a controller at the screen, let me tell you guys. Considering that I use a steering wheel, that would have been very expensive and very messy. So yeah, glad I didn't. But since then we have actually made some good progress. Usually about what? Doing about 7-8% per stream, something like that. Which isn't bad. A little bit slower than what I'd like to, but certainly a lot better than some of the streams I've had. Whoa, that's deep water. Yeah, there's I swear this trailer gives me reduced steering. It's like the fifth wheel doesn't want to pivot, you know, at all. It just does not want to rotate around the fifth wheel. It wants to like stay as one solid entity almost. It's kind of bizarre. Very strange trailer. It's a very strange trailer. But like I said, see, look, full hard lock and barely any steering until I come to an absolute standstill almost. Very strange. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Come on, Snowrunner. You haven't done this to me in a while. It's not a crash. It's a massive lag spike, which is bizarre because it's not an online game. Don't know where these lag spikes come from. Just got to wait them out. The last one we had lasted about a minute. But it did clear, which is good, you know, and the rest of the stream was absolutely fine, so... Come on now. I don't know if it's the game, if it's... Oh, there we go. See? We're back. That was less than a minute, I think, but that's good. Very strange. I sometimes wonder if I have a glitched version of SnowRunner, you know, because there's that bug that I've started getting, and then there's also the what I'm pretty much sure is a bug where the engine keeps turning on and off randomly. Pretty sure that's not supposed to happen. But hey, what you gonna do? All right, nearly there. Nearly there. So let's get this on the straight and the narrow. Let's fold this trailer up. Chunk. Go. Let's go. Welcome to the Wobble Brigade. Population 1 Blue Blancmange. Okay, right. We do actually need this. The reason I'm moving this trailer is because we do actually need it. You know, it's it is required for one of the missions that I hope I'm going to be doing today. But I can now welcome you guys to the Fleet Depot. Look at this. Everything is assembled, ready to go. We have the Padera, we have the 750, we have the Plaid, and over there we have the C500 and the Pinnacle, which I finally pulled out of the garage. And let me just say, I'm kind of feeling this truck, I will say. Where is it? So many trucks on this map now, it's ridiculous. This guy is ridiculously long. He's such a long... Look at the length of that frame. It's crazy. The drive shaft is just bizarre. It's like longer than anything I've ever seen. But with a saddle, that is a nice cargo gap. So this is going to be my wood hauling machine. This is the job I have ironed down for the Pinnacle. It's going to be going up to the sawmill. It's going to be picking up as much wood as it possibly can and transporting it to places. But first, we have a job for this guy. As you can see, we are nicely loaded up. Not quite sure if that slate block will stay where it's put, but for the time being, we will be driving on roads. So not going to be too bad. But the first job we're going to be doing is this one here. We're going to be taking the fertilizer that we have on board up here. And I think what I'm probably going to do is drive up to here drop off the slate blocks and then drive down and drop off the fertilizer and then come back for the slate blocks. Because here we have the forester. This is another big part of today as well. So let's start making some moves, as they say. But yeah, the fertilizer and the blocks are both here at the train station. I just have to pick them up and shove them on the trailer, basically. But this guy does feel like chunkiest of boys. This is such a nice setup. You know? Such a nice setup. Oh, perfect. It's nice on the fuel consumption, this Avonhorn, I will say. Because look at that, 7 litres a minute on a cruise like this, on a relatively flat road. That's very respectable for such a big truck. Certainly a lot better than, say, the Plaid. Certainly a lot better than the Chimera or the Elephant, you know. Very, very respectable. Actually, I wonder how it stacks up against the Kenny for fuel consumption, the big K, you know? I think the Kenny's probably a slightly heavier drinker than this thing, but you never know. Let's just pause here a moment and refill the tanks. Go, perfect. Ooh, crikey. Universal compartment isn't full. Oh, all the heavy pipe. Oh, right, okay. Hang on a second. Realised those were both empty. Not quite as full. Go. Take some fuel out of this guy. That, and now we have so much fuel. That is actually kind of ridiculous. 300 in the compartment, another 160 on the fenders, and 240 in the trailer, along with the 400 litre tank. What's the math on that? 160 and 140 is 400, so that's a full tank there. Plus the 3, that's 7. So that's 1,100 litres of fuel, all in, between the tank and the various compartments. 1,100. That's actually kind of ridiculous, considering that like a standard fuel tank on like fuel tank attachment contains, what is it, 1,800? 1,800 litres, I think it is. 2,000 for the bumper pull trailer. So it's like, it's half that of the bumper pull trailer. And nearly 2/3 a standard fuel tank. Just on this guy, this setup. Ah, such a good haul. Right. Either way, let's carry on, shall we? Because yeah, what I'd like to do is get the fertilizer delivered, then get the slate blocks delivered, and then the Avonhorn is going to grab some planks and deliver those as well. That is the plan for today with the Avonhorn. I'm hoping to do all of that and then get on the logging with the forester, because that's also going to be quite the task. You'll see why as we pass the forester in a minute. Because I've actually totted up all of the logs that we need in terms of long, short, and mediums for pretty much all of the, certainly all of the missions on this map, and also a couple of the missions on the next map. Not quite as much logging on the next map, which is nice, but there is still some. There's a few jobs here and there. But most of the long jobs are on this map. But yeah, you'll see what I mean in a minute. It's, the Forester is parked, ready to go. Stay where you've put slate block. Actually been very, very cooperative, that slate block, considering what I'm doing. Yeah. So, all in all, not bad. But yeah, but to suffice to say, it's a lot of logs. Took the C500 over to the log station on the dam map and basically filled 2 trailers, 2 large 5-slot semi-sideboard trailers with logs, and made 2 round trips with them to get all of the logs that I needed for today. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need a few more. So, we'll be paying more visits to that place. But I think future visits to the log site will be literally going, grab a lot of short logs and leave, you know? It's not going to be a massive undertaking. One hopes, anyway. So, here is the Forester. So, at first glance, you might think, well, that doesn't look bad, that's just a lot of short logs and a lot of medium logs. No, it's not. Those are individual logs on the back of the Forester. The trailer is a lot of medium logs, but the rest of them, those are all individual logs for every logging mission on this map. See what I mean when I said it was a bit of an undertaking? Yeah, it's a bit of an undertaking. Right, first things first, let's just unload these slate blocks for a moment, because we don't need to drag those to where we're going, and they will just add extra weight. Store pack, perfect. Because we will literally be coming right back to where we are in a moment. Just need to head down here and hand this in first. Ah, I tell ya. Much better. Get a thing for all the smoke. Lovely. Right. This turn's going to be fun. Hard over. Yeah, I can't just kind of push my way through those trees, but I think that's going to be far too dense for this long thing at the moment. Just double check exactly where we are going. Down to here, down to here. Up here. Actually been up there. Oh, cooking some pancakes! You see, Walker, great minds think alike. Myself and Natalie had pancakes this morning. She just woke up and was just like, when was the last time you cooked pancakes for breakfast? And I was like, I can't remember. She was like, you're cooking pancakes for breakfast. I was like, yes, ma'am. Ah, righty-ho, babe, no problem. Thank you very much for letting me know. I can, don't have to worry about what the buzzing is now. Alright, okay, so... Yeah... Of course, babe. Pancake Princess. Confirmed, Pancake Princess. Okay. A bit of a funky angle there on it. Okay. Little stall, but picked right back up again, which is nice because I'm used to vehicles not doing that. Looking at you, Big K. It would reach a stall point on a hill and just be like, nah, that's it. This thing is... Ooh, ouch, those fuel burns are a bit high. Crikey. Those fuel burns are incredibly high. It was a great idea, babe, I will say, you know. It's like, pancakes are very rarely a bad idea. You know. Maneuver. Okay, I can see now why this thing needs quite so much fuel on board. Actually, that being said, once you get it in high gear, that is much more respectable. Those earlier, nearly 30 litres a minute, that was a lot, you know. One, two, three, four. Perfection. Oh, and it's even selected the right mission for me. Excellent. Now I have to turn this big rig around. That might be a little easier said than done. Wasn't quite expecting it to be as tight here, but sure we can manage. Sorry, guy, I'm running over your flower bushes. Oh, and whatever that was that you hid in the flower bushes. That was a landmine, that's what that was. Go. Perfection. Actually does a very good job in high gear. That's fantastic. Just moseying along, not a problem in the world. Yeah, this is definitely the sweet spot for this truck. Just in high gear, just plowing through terrain, not caring whatsoever what it's doing. I think it's when you try and get it to, like, even up hills, look at that. We were pulling like 25 to 30 litres a minute when it was in auto. So that's definitely something to avoid on the hills. Fruit Loops on pancakes. That is crazy. I mean, I don't know. Does that actually work? I can't say I've ever had cereal on pancakes before. That does seem like a little bit crazy. But hey, you know, what am I to know? I've never had it before. It would be fantastic. Back to auto for the road. Perfect. Okay, so now we need to retrieve those slate blocks. Get them to the old oak mill. We're heading for the old oak mill. No, we're not. Well, let's head to the old oak mill anyway. Get some cider. Right. Very glad I've got this crane for doing this particular job, because these slate blocks weigh an absolute ton weight. I think that's about as far as I'm going to get them as well. Right. Wow, is this crane actually not going to be able to lift that on top of them? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. That's better. Right. Hack. Perfect. Restore crane. Oh, right. Off for a moment. Let's just see where it is exactly that we are going with this load. And is this road going to be the best, or am I better off going a different way? Because guys, I do need to stop by this place and get these two medium planks out of here. That's what I need. So I wonder, would I be better off going down this way and round? Just backing it up a little bit and going this way. Yeah. Up here, into here, grabbing the stuff I need. And then what I could do is I could come straight out, down here, back to the river, back round, through here, like that, up to here, refuel, and then come through, boom, boom, drop the slate blocks off. Because then I wouldn't have to come back to the warehouse. Because if I go up this way, which is where I'm going to be going with the forester later on, but if I go up that way, that means I have to come back down to the warehouse. Because once I've dropped off these here guys, what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be coming down here, right, through here, and we are going to be going, I believe, yes, right here, medium planks, you see. So we're going to be coming down here, up and round, in for a drop off there. So that's the full route that I'm going to need to take. Yeah, I think that is probably the best way. to do this. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do that. Let's do that because that way it's on. That way I don't have to try and push past the forester that is ready and raring to go, you know, and I can. This thing should hopefully have the pulling power required to get this through here. This turn here might be a little bit of a tricky one, but the Avonhorn is a capable vehicle, and this is, after all, a test for it to see how well it does under extreme conditions. So let's put it to the test, and if all else fails and it falls over and destroys itself, then we'll know not to do that in the future. Move the camera there, game. Thank you. Okay, so far so good. Try this in low plus. Right, okay, that's a lot of fuel it's using. Low plus. And in auto, can I get it to high? Hey, there we go, look at that. Straight into high gear, fuel usage drops through the floor. Beautiful. Okay. Just gotta try and not get snagged on anything, I guess, then. Oh, like that, for example. Oh, no. Bring that nose back around. Better. Okay. That. I figured this might be a really tricky patch for it, but that makes it all the more interesting. How well does it do? I need to turn, but I don't want to because the trailer's going to end up in the ditch. Amazingly, though. Right. How does it do with this mud pit? Because this was terror for my other trucks. Oh, look at it go. Oh. That's pulling in high gear, by the way, there, guys. If you haven't noticed. That is pulling in high gear. Oh. We found a limit. Found a limit for its pulling potential uphill in high gear. Jeez, oh, 31.5 litres a minute. Oh my lordy, let me get back to high gear, please. I need to settle that down. I'm gonna burn through all of my fuel before I know what's up. Go. This thing is beastly. Don't get stuck, please. Thank you. Back to high gear. Oh, boy. just realised I passed a drop-off point there for, I think that was possibly cement or something needed to be dropped off there. I could have put that, prepped that for today. Never mind. It's not that far off the beaten track, and we will be able to go back to it later, so it's all good. Might be packed sand, actually, that needs to go there. There's a few drop points across the map where things need to be... Can you not just keep going like that? Come on. Go. A bit more, please. Perfection. In. Lovely. Okay. Oh yeah. I realised the other day that in my desire to not use this warehouse, I basically have never used this warehouse. You know, look, I've got like 3 concrete slabs here and 2 medium planks and metal beams, and it's ridiculous. So much cargo in this that could have been used for other missions and is now pretty much useless. Because I have that cargo already delivered, or I don't have any missions left for it. It's annoying, really, but hey ho. Do I add this? Let's see how well this does balance on here, because it did go pretty. Oh, that's not right. Better. Okay. It worked quite well for the slate blocks. So go for the pipes first. Empty those. There we go. Right. All systems full power. 86% done in Yukon, eh, Walker? Very nice indeed. Good job. I imagine you've still got the big rock trailers to deliver still, or some of them. I think you delivered one of those quite early on, don't you? The rock trailers, and then like there's a couple that you need to deliver at the end as well. It's so long since the last time I actually did any kind of play in Yukon. I've completely forgotten half the missions. It was fun once you get into the Yukon, though. I mean, it's a tough region, just due to the volume of cargo, but it's also really fun. I do actually have fond memories of the Yukon map. It was a good time. And we hardly had any big beefy trucks back then as well. Other than the... no, we didn't... oi! 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 Plank! What are you doing? Actually, truck, what are you doing? Why am I completely stuck here? There we go, much better. Right. Maybe we'll put that plank on the roof just to save us from having to worry about it. Go. That should hopefully keep it clamped in. Let's carry on. Man. Yeah, this beast is really good. In fact, this Avonhorn with this particular setup might become a regular feature on the channel. You know, this is a really good truck. I don't feel like it's completely broken though, you know? It does seem to have its little hiccup points, you know, its little struggles. Just here and there. Little bits that it's not all that great. You know, but on the whole, it's a very, very potent vehicle. I think with it being quite as wide as it is, certainly at the back, it struggles to get into tighter places. I think the previous kings of Snowrunner would probably be better for that. Hey, nice one, Walker. Nice, nice. Right. So cometh the hill climb. It's probably going to be our biggest fuel burn position, but there is fuel at the top of the hill. And we will be dumping off these lead weights once we get up there as well. So that, not a bad situation. Still got plenty of fuel to go. I risk high gear for this bit. Going to cooperate with me so far. So far, so good. Whoa! Damn. Oh, right, okay. That was a bit too much for it there. That trailer actually got air there. That was impressive. Okay. Everything's still alright back there, cargo? Yeah, cargo is still very happy. Yeah, it does seem to be that so long as you're moving at like some sort of even slightly decent pace, this thing will just pick up high gear immediately. You know? And then it just keeps rumbling, you know? It just, unless it comes to a very steep incline or, you know, even this mud, it's still going. It's still pushing through it in high gear here. Fuel burn is still very respectable for a truck its size. That little winch encouragement. Avoid that huge boulder. Ooh, okay. Again, we reached its limit slightly. I think that's because it kind of lost a lot of grip there. A lot of the tyres had actually come off the ground, so that was not surprising that I had to shift down. It's definitely a truck of two tails, though. It's like, under load, you want it in high gear. That's just, you don't want it in a different gear. But it does so well in high gear that you don't actually want to take it out of high gear if you can handle it. Probably would have been better off just going straight across the swamp there, rather than having to now turn and take this round like that, but it's still good, still upright, still rumbling. That's all we need. Wheels in mud, cargo on trailer. Hearts in chests where they belong. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Okay, there we are. Perfect. Okay. Hi guys, how are you two doing? They're doing fine. They've been sat there for a while. I need to get them out of there. That's the buddy and the something else. I can't remember. Okay, this is interesting. Through the sunflower field. Sorry guys, your sunflowers are going to go. 1, 2. Perfection. Right. Blank on trailer. Perfect. Okay. Store. Oh, no, not remove. Pack, unpack, or unpack pack, I should say. Right. Oh. Right. Now we turn around and probably flatten the rest of his sunflower field. Yeah, a good half of it. There we go. Say what, Walker? Big. People are always complaining. This is the problem with power creep in games. You know, I mean, I have found very much so through restricting myself to stuff. But yeah, I found that by restricting myself actually in this game, in this region, to using American trucks, has come to give me a much greater understanding and appreciation of some of the trucks that I've used in the past and have just fallen out of use with, you know? Things like the HX, you know? But, you know, I did actually use the HX for a long time at one point, and then just stopped using it because I got better trucks. And this is the problem with power creep, I think, is that, you know, yeah, it's nice to get some big trucks, don't get me wrong. And as much as I was kind of disappointed with the Elephant and then the Chimera, I do have to say, it's kind of nice that the big trucks we're getting right now aren't just mammoth behemoths that stomp over everything. I mean, this thing notwithstanding, but, you know, this is a DLC paid truck, so that's alright. You know, looking at you, Mastodon. It's like, yeah, it's perfectly okay for DLC trucks to be crazy good. But yeah, it's kind of nice that to go back and use some of the older trucks in my garage and just, you know, find that they're still really good, you know, and that I kind of want to use them again. You know, I thought I was really going to miss my Tagas and my Azovs, my Tatarin, my Tatras and all that kind of stuff. I thought I was going to really miss them, and I do a little bit. There are definitely certain missions in here where I wish I could have used one, just because I would have been like, oh, that's super convenient for this particular truck. I'll just get it out, do this mission, sort it. But it's also been nice to kind of have to think a little bit about, ooh, okay, I need a truck that can do this in this condition. What else do I have? Instead of instantly just going, oh, well, the Tiger B's right there. Because, let's be real, I honestly think the Tiger B is probably one of the best trucks in the game. I would put it in my top 3 list, along with probably a few other Russian-classed vehicles. But yeah, it's nice to be trying out some different trucks, and people that can just go and download something if you want, like a huge heffing truck that can do everything, you know. I'll stick to having non-modded vehicles. Struggling through, because as much as I complain about it, that is the game's scope. And it really is a game of complain until you're blue in the face and then get it done, you know. Hey, oh, that's a tricksy turn. Oh yes, I remember that one. That is quite, whoa, yeah, oh, and then it ends in the dunk. Of course it does. Yeah, I remember coming down there. I'm going to have to watch that with the Forester when I come through here later, because that is going to be a really bad spot for the Forester to get through. Uh-oh. Womp womp. Too bad, so sad. No bot spam for you. Right. That is slightly disappointing, Walker, I will say. You know, that they just reused the engine sounds for these things from other trucks. It would definitely have been nice to have. That being said, to give them a modicum of, you know, points. There are a lot of trucks in this game. I can't imagine it's easy coming up and, you know, like, making all different sound recordings for every single truck in this game. There are so many of them. I dread to think how many trucks are actually in the game now. If it's not pushing, like, 50 to 60, then I will be surprised, you know? And I don't know, have they actually copied truck sounds previously to this? What I will say is, providing they don't do it again, I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, you know? If they start doing it every single season for every single new truck that they introduce, then we might have to have words. That is lazy. But, yeah. If it's just the Dragon Wagons, whilst slightly disappointing, I'll forgive them. They have a lot to do, you know? Right, okay. Tight turn. Tight turn. Okay. Where's the drop-off point now? To actually put the mission on the track. That's what we need to do. And 1, 2 planks. Perfect. Right, let's just get this guy out of the way a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Walker. I'm so long as they don't do it again. You know, like, so long as all future vehicles have their own unique sounds and it's all done properly, then I don't mind an occasional reuse. But it is definitely slightly disappointing. Use the winch here to turn myself around, aren't I? mind so much, but I'm going to need the space, you know? To get the Forester in here. But, you know, I can safely say that the Avonhorn is an absolute monster. It is a really good truck. If only that tree was not there, I would not be having any troubles here whatsoever. May have to actually attach the trailer there and then go around this tree. Action. Backwards because that's not the trailer. Apparently that's something completely different. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. How have I managed to do this? How have I managed to jackknife my trailer literally between 3 trees? What is going on? Get out. Right now. Out. Out. Better. Now, maybe we can actually hook this darn thing up. Spin, my little champion. Well, round we go. Oh, no. No, not that either. Okay, please stop your nonsense. Please just turn the neck around. Just turn around. Right now. Out of the way. That's better. Now I should be able to get it hooked up. Ah, Struth. Lovely. All right. There we go. We got there eventually. Now we just have to move this thing out of the way a little bit, so that when we come through here with the Forester in a little while, we won't be stuck. Get past him. So if I park this... park this. No. Rig is so long, I don't want to park it somewhere and then realise that I'm still blocking, you know? I think if I come down here, then maybe pull off this side a little bit, something like that. There we go, that should do nicely. Okay. Let me, everyone, fill you in on the cunning plan. There is a lot of logs to be delivered today. A lot of logs. There is this mission, we need 2 mediums for it, obviously, down here. But before that, we also have this mission with short logs and medium logs to the reservoir. And then to the hotel down here, more medium logs and a long log. See, that's where the long log comes in. That's why I wanted to get the other trailer. So, wait a minute. timing? No, that was that weather. Winter is coming, that's right. We then also have short logs to the west stash, which is over here. And we also have, I think there was another mission as well. That's on the other map. That's on the other map. Was that it? I think that might have actually been it. That was it, actually. But this does constitute a lot of logs, as you can imagine. So, we are going to, whilst it's still light, head over to the forester. You dare start bouncing around logs. And as you can see in here, we have an absolute load of logs. As you can see by all of the dots that are there. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring up slightly just so that I can press that down on them. Hopefully we don't lose any. This is the big problem. I mean, I don't think I will, because the forester is quite good at being stable, but we shall have to see. We might have to go... Yeah, there we go. Might have to take it in diff-lock low gear to get through quite a lot of this, I think. But we will be unloading quite a number of logs, like immediately, and then very soon after unloading a lot more logs. So I'm hoping that this particular climb here is the only one that's going to pose a problem. Because once we're at the top of the hill, it's all going to be downhill. You know what I mean? So yeah. Providing that nothing slides off the back, should be perfectly fine. And the Forester is a fantastic vehicle. Honestly, I can't imagine doing logging without this thing, you know. Since I got it in... Is it May? It's phase 6, isn't it? May, I guess. It's like, I can't imagine not doing logging with this, without this vehicle, you know? It's so good. The traction, the articulation, just the comfortableness of the cradle, you know, is fantastic. And usually it's very good for fuel as well. That is a very big rock getting in our way there, but should be able to push past it. There. Stuff. Okay. And yeah, like I was saying earlier, this load of logs that we're carrying is actually the culmination of 2 full trips with the Z500 to the logging site. I think the first... Oh, right, that is an angle and a half there, isn't it? Come on. Stay with me, logs. Stay with me. Oh. No! Why would you start me there, you stupid winch? Oh. Those logs are really... I'm so glad I've got this trailer behind me, because at least if they start sliding, I'm not going to completely lose everything. There we go. Come on. Do this. Come on, Forrester. That's it. That a boy. This is a very, very steep part of hill and a very, very large load of logs, so I'm not surprised it's actually kind of struggling a touch. But there we are. I kind of need a... really do kind of need a forward shunt. Oh, Nelly. No, you don't. Bad log. Game. That is one thing I hate with the Forester, with the way the camera automatically just starts rotating itself like crazy every time you access the frame. It's really quite annoying, but small price to pay for such an awesome vehicle, chaps. Yeah, those logs are really in danger of sliding off. But I think so long as we don't as long as the trailer is with us, we should still be okay. They aren't going to be able to get past the trailer, regardless of how far they slide. Okay. Oh. Ooh, okay. Ooh, this is a nice little bump down, actually. Maybe this will bump some of those logs forwards, maybe? Or is that just too much to ask? That's far too much to ask, of course it is. Ah. Oh no, I think they actually did slide forwards a little bit. That's good. Like, I'm actually quite glad it's daytime for this particular expedition, because I think if it was nighttime, I would be struggling to keep track of where all these logs are. You know? Because if a log slides off in the dark, you're not that likely to see it. One. Are you on, you little blighter? That's actually the first time I've been worried about Forrester falling over. Did I lose any logs? I don't think I did I? No. I think we're still good. They just rolled over to the side. They haven't gone anywhere. I did actually bring a couple of extra logs with me. I think I've got an extra short and an extra medium. Not like a full load, just a log, you know. Just in case like something does happen and I don't notice one of the logs going missing, because the last thing I want is to get up here, start dropping off logs, and then realise that I'm one log short. That would be an actual disaster. But, yeah. So far, so good. Oh, yeah. You know, Walker, that's why I'm kind of trying to do all of this at once. I kind of planned this route out, planned these missions out, and looked at them and was like, okay, I need X amount here, X amount here, and what's the best way to get them to there? And I was just like, no, the best way to get them there is literally to do them all at the same time. Because otherwise I'd be going in and back out, in and back out, over and over and over, and it's just like, no. That is A, inefficient, and B, prone to disaster. Yeah, at least we'll be getting rid of a medium 2 shorts at this destination. We will have to do a little bit of unloading and reloading of logs, which is slightly irritating. But, whoa, what the? Where are you going? I think that was the trailer getting stuck on something and pulling the rear of the forest around, because that was very unusual. But yeah, we are going to have to unload and then reload most of these logs at each of the stops, but I will try and make it as quick as possible as we go. And the more logs we drop off, the more logs, the less logs we have to load at each stop. So, there is that. Up we go. Wiggle, wiggle. Come on, Forrester. That's it. Push on through. You're supposed to have diff lock on. Your tyres aren't supposed to be locking up like that. They're all supposed to be moving together as one. Oh, very close now, though. A little bit more, Forrester. Come on. Then the weight goes down. Not completely, but a little. That's a little bit more. Jesus. Mother of Mary. Damn it, coaster. Absolutely scared the bejesus out of me. God. Now I'm getting terrorized by coasters. What is going on? Oh, Nelly. I am too focused on these logs. Not doing good for my psyche. That's what's happening. Ah, auto winch, never change. Please do change, you're terrible. There we are. Right. We are so close. I so wish that I could go down and across that river just there. Because this right-hand turn that's coming up in a minute is really bad. I mean, even going down there, but that cliff is just far too angled. I think I'd lose all of my logs if I tried to do that. This turn here is really bad. There's like a couple of turns on this map. One's here and one's over by the sawmill that are just so treacherous. Actually kind of crazy. Swing round, Forrester, that's it. Excelente. Excellent, nearly there. Oof, okay. risk a full auto. No, not really. Not yet. Keep on trundling. Keep on trundling. Should name this truck Dory. You know, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Grab some fuel whilst we're here. Fuel from trailer to the Forester. We'll be wanting to grab some more of that soon, but for now that is a good start. Alright. I think we can go full auto here just to push the speed up a touch. Nope. I don't know if it's faster or not, actually. That's just the weight, if nothing else. Absolute ton weight. Oh, right. Actually, the same exact speed. Oh, right. Okay, so first thing we can do. One lot of medium logs. Boom. Second thing we can start doing now is offloading some of these. See, I can get like 2 or 3 at once. I grab. I get a good grab. Try and keep the 2 different kinds of logs separate if I can. Those are all short there, so they will be necessary to be loaded back on in a minute. Oh, that was a bad grab. Short logs, I think. Yep, more short logs there. Hey, you're done with breakfast, eh, Walker? Nice. Sure what those are. I think those are more short logs. I do need a lot of short logs for these missions, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of logs coming off are short, but those ones are definitely mediums. There we go. Yeah, those are definitely mediums, those ones. Medium as well. both short. Finally, all of the medium logs seem to be at the bottom of the trailer. That's... Oh, come on, just grab something. Oh my lord, this has been really persnickety now. Right. That's another medium. As we all know, the most persnickety of all logs are the medium logs. They don't like being middle class. Oh, no. Too much. Medium and a short, so put those here. And it'd be really nice if just kind of grab the specific logs, like just grab the medium logs. Those medium logs. Yes. They are. I do believe they are. Yes, you can actually tell just by looking at them there how much those are medium logs. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. I'll just... That one I need. That is a shot. This one needs to go back into the trailer. Preferably over to one side where it won't get in the way of me grabbing the last medium one. Oh, almost had it. Almost had it. Yeah, there we go. The last of the mediums. Out. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Have a singular short log over here, which we can grab. Action. I'll get to your message in a second there, Walker. I have seen it. Just need to right. Okay, what were you saying? Palm trees? I don't know. You do raise an interesting question. It's like, are they going to have logging on a beach? Seems to be a strange one, but I mean, not entirely impossible, but maybe slightly more improbable. I'm actually really going to be interested if there's going to be, like, sand delivery. And I don't mean packed sand. I mean sand. You know, like roadcraft style. With it being a beach. I don't know if that would make much sense, delivering sand to a beach, but, you know, maybe we're taking beach sand and delivering it somewhere else. Either way, it'd be interesting to see if they do include any mechanics like that into SnowRunner. Like that, and boom, perfect. Right. Just turn the engine off for a second, take a moment. Just to consolidate. So, I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. I should have 7. 7. Okay, yeah, okay. So the logs that are like immediately touching my vehicle, they're all short logs. So I need to put the next. Which one is it? Search for the boys. No, not timed delivery. This one. This is the next one that we've got to do because we need short logs, 2 lots of them to the west stash. Wow. Right. Okay. It's not far. I'm honestly tempted to leave the medium logs here, go down, deliver the short logs, and come back for them. Because I think I can get down here. In fact, I think I've already been down this little valley here because I accidentally went down there whilst retrieving the fuel tank from up here. I came across... I came from here with the plaid, and my mission was to go up here, and I accidentally went across here instead. So yeah, I think that is a passable route, and I could literally just go straight down, you know, with just the Forester, not bothering with the trailer, just take the short logs with me, and then come straight back and get the short logs, get the medium logs, because I then need medium logs for this mission. I need 2 more medium logs for the hotel cluster, which is down here. And I think there is also... Why do I have so many medium logs? What was I doing with all these medium logs? Did I miscount them or something? I'm sure there was another mission that needed medium logs. Have I just completely dropped the ball? This second part of this mission only needs... Oh no, that was it. There it is. That's the mission. There we go. So I need 4 medium logs and 2 short logs. That's what I need. So yeah, I could then load up the rest of the medium logs because I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then there is 1 lot of medium logs down by the river. So yeah, let's cut off the trailer. Let's load up just the short logs and go and deliver them. And then I don't have to worry about unloading and reloading a load of logs either. You know, I can just... I'll only have to unload 3 short logs so that I can pack the other ones, you know? Indeed have an extra short log. leave the extra spare here because I don't need that. That was an insurance policy in case all was very bad. I don't need it, I don't need it. And I ain't taking it nowhere if I don't need it. Let's... one more on board. Get us turned around, we'll grab some more fuel. Head down, deliver these. Bing bang boom. Job's good. And I think there is one more job on the other map that needs short logs. But other than that, I think that's all of the short logs that we will ever need. And what was I doing without the lights on? Goodness me. Okay. Turning around. Okay, here we go. I might actually get these logs delivered today, you know? I don't know if I'll get all the rest of the parts of the missions done, but at the very least, if I could get all of these medium logs that I have delivered today, you know, I will be very, very happy with that. So that would be a fantastic point to end today. But we'll see, because we still have an hour and a bit left. Plenty of time to get into trouble. Plenty of time to get stuff delivered as well, hopefully. Oh. Boom. Thank you very much. Right. Onwards. The final short log drop-off. Oh, crunch, crunch, crunch. Come on, Forrester. I'm... Come on, but not into the lake, thank you very much. Goodness me, what was that? Ay, ay, ay. What was that? Trying to give me a heart attack, Forrester. At least I have 2 trucks that I could have rescued it with, but that wouldn't have helped me with recovering the logs. They would have definitely gone everywhere. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Stick in the low plus. What's here? Look at potentially changing up if the terrain improves, but I don't think it does improve that variety. I think this is quite a gnarly little trail. It's passable, but it's exactly the nicest place to drive through. Forrester should be able to handle it, no problem. Oh, that's an angle. wow, okay, is that it right there? Oh, crikey, we're already there. That is stupendous. Alright, you seem to have a lot of logs here. Why do you need mine? Like, seriously. What is this? I feel like I'm being gaslit here. And no, we don't have any logs. What are those? Definitely not logs. Now with this final log, if I am really clever. Just need the one, please, game, not two. Clever with this. Hover this here. Actually, no, I'm not going to. I was going to say I could hover it and then pack the cargo, but I don't think that's going to actually work because then the log would just bounce off. So let's just pack now. Bam. Logs for days. Action. Oh, don't jostle around so much. Like that, and boom. Okay. Ah, next one. That one? No, it was Season's Preparation. That's the one. Right. Back. Back for the medium logs. Like I said, now that we've got a good majority of the logs delivered, getting the rest of them sorted out is going to be an absolute breeze. No, no, not that, please. Camera. There we go. That's better. Ah, dear. Right. Okay. That way or that way? There. Oh, it's that way. Okay. That just looked really wrong for a moment there, the angle of that turn. It was just like, is that really the right way to go? Yes. Excellent. So, we can put one load of mediums in the trailer, pack that down, so that it's ready to deliver straight away. Put the other 2 sets in the back of the Forester, head straight down, and then it's just a case of reloading the trailer. Excellent. Wiggle, wiggle. Up and at 'em, Forester. Still got a bit to do, but you are doing well. 4 more lots of medium logs to deliver. And then other stuff. And that's where the fleet comes in, because the fleet is prepared with most of the rest of the supplies that we need for most of the rest of the missions that we've got to do on this map. Not all of them, but most of them. The nice thing is that I've already been up to the... Whoa! No, not down that path. Nope. I've already been down to the sawmill and dropped off enough logs at the sawmill to actually make all of the wooden planks of various sizes that we need. In fact, we have an overabundance, because I could only drop logs off in packs of 3, so we have far too many planks, shall we say, because it's 2 of any plank per 1 log, which means that every load you bring gives you 6. Each log load gives you 6 of the corresponding plank, which is kind of mad, if you ask me, but also really good. Hey, look at that, there's a lovely pile of mediums here, just waiting for us to... Come on, straight in that trailer. Pick this up, get it packed down. The more time we spend loading logs, the less time we have to do deliver. So, I'm hoping that I can speed through this process as quickly as the game will allow me, you know? Oh, okay, there's one left. 2 logs, 1 more to go. Okay. Stop the frame for a moment whilst we go alongside here and trail up. Perfect. Now I just need to grab the rest of these mediums here. Hopefully should be able to do in very quick succession. And then we can head on out to Delivery zone. Kind of makes me wish I now had a medium frame on the back of the Forester, but still pop them in here. On. Right. Take one, why not? As much as I like getting 2 logs with each grab, getting 1 log is a lot simpler to no, fingers. Please hit the right buttons. Jeez, no, what are you doing? Log. What the blessed... Why are those logs like that? Come on. Logs, please. Oh my god, the crane has gone absolutely wonky with me. Here I am, saying that 1 log is easier than 2, and then this happens to me. Da 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 da. Oh, how? Why did that look like it was supposed to be lined up? Just going. I've had enough with your logs already. Come on. Actual pain in the posterior. Yeah. There we go, that's better. Now, can I please get this log in the trailer? Beautiful. Okay, that will do. That will do, Graham. I don't know if that's the log's name, but it is now. Grab up. I can get one of these logs to sit properly, and then I can adjust the other one from there. That would be grand. Perfect. Just that one. Don't fall off. These logs are going anywhere but where they should be right now. I mean, granted, when I loaded up the Forester before, I was actually doing it with the C500. Hey, no problem, Walker. Catch you later, okay? Hopefully we will have finished the log caper by the time you join us next week. But yeah, I was using the C500 to actually load up the Forester, and it was a lot easier having a crane that was quite as connected to the vehicle. What the... Sorry for the camera sways, guys, by the way. If anyone has motion sickness, I do apologise. I'm just trying to get the best angle for lowering these logs into the right places, you know? They are not easy to manipulate sometimes. Right. Oh. Okay. We are good to go. No, no. Actually, terrible. That's now I need to try and turn all of this around. That's going to be easier said than done. Ooh. Could I get down there? Ooh, I think I can. I think I can. Perfection. Going to make a little bit of a tight turn onto the bridge, but that should still be totally possible. Just about. Maybe, maybe not. Not quite. There we go. There we go. Hey, weapons. Hello. Thank you for... Whoa! My trailer's deciding to take flying lessons. Yeah, thank you very much for the encouragement. Much appreciated. Always need it when you're dealing with logs, because logs are, quite possibly, the worst cargo in the game to be dealing with most of the time. There is a case for slate blocks, but... right, onwards. There is a case for slate blocks being the worst cargo to deal with, but... logs are just hard all the time. Still no exciting Doctor Who news, eh, babe? That is... kind of sad. For those of you who don't know, it's actually Doctor Who's anniversary today. What is it? 60-something years old now or something? Babe? I don't know. You will know that better than I will, you know? But yeah, whereas most shows would, like, you know, do something fancy for their anniversary, Doctor Who has apparently decided not to, so... Babe is disappointed because Doctor Who is one of her favourite shows. Go. Right. Round and round we go. Where she stops, nobody knows. Go for a stand. Oh, that's why the trailer goes wibbly wobbly sometimes. I didn't actually notice that, but do you see, like, despite it being like a kind of bumper pull trailer like that, the actual connection hook seems to have like a pivot to it. So that's why it keeps kind of concertinaing behind me. Interesting. I never actually noticed that before with that trailer. Huh. That is a little bit of a problem to deal with. Not too bad. I don't think the short trailer of this type has that. Yeah, you see how it's kind of moving around independently to the rest of the trailer. Good for suspension, I guess. Am I going the right way? Just to double check. Yes, I am. We're heading down there. Cool. La 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 la. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. ought to pick this trailer here up at some point, but it's just not needed right now, you know? It's not like I could sell it with it being hard mode and all that, so it'll probably sit there in the forest forever. Out of the forest. I think once we're through this bog here, the only little issue is that dive pit after the sharp turn that's coming up. Not too far down the road here. As long as we take it slow, we should be okay. Right. All systems. Full power. Yeah, come on. It's just a dirt trail. It's not hard, Forester. Give me some grip. Give me that grip. There we go. Right, now we need to take a wide angle here. Swing it back round. I'm gonna get... Turn. Brake, 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 brake. Might have just enough wiggle room there. Whoa, okay, there we go. Right. There is the dive pit. Come on, trailer. Do not mess around with me now, please. That's perfection. Come on, equal yourself out, trailer. Beautiful. The temptation to cliff dive there is very strong, but I think it would be better if I take it casual and not create additional problems for myself, but yeah. I get down there. That actually looks kind of doable. Does actually look kind of doable, especially with all these trees around here to give me a winch point if I need it. That's it. Equal out the articulation. No, no, that's a tree. I don't want to go into a tree, please. Oh, man. That was not ideal. Was a most awkward way of doing that, but I'm down, and not only that, it was quicker than going through the mud pit, so huzzah! Crane's just squeaked through there. 2, 3, 4, 6, okay. Yep, still got all our logs on the back there. Go. Thank you, weapon. Weapon X. An X. The best weapons are weapons that have X's in them. Right. Let the unloading commence. One lot of those, thank you very much. Right, need to back up slightly. Attach the trailer. Space to maneuver. Sadly, I can't deliver these logs like this. If this was roadcraft, I'd be done already, you know, but that is the difference in games. Actually, speaking of roadcraft, guys, we will be getting back to roadcraft. There is plenty for us still to be doing in that game. We're just obviously at the moment taking a little break for Farming Sim, which we will be doing on Wednesday. Shameless plug, haha. You guys know what happens on the Wednesdays. But the week after, I figure I will actually be going back to roadcraft, and then we're going to start alternating one and the other. Do one week and one the next week, because, like I said, we've still got plenty to do on roadcraft. I have no idea if they plan on bringing out a season pass for that game. I kind of hope they do in some respects. It would be really nice to have a full season pass for roadcraft, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see what the numbers are like, because I know Expeditions is being put out of support, shall we say. It's been they're not doing any more expansions for that, which doesn't surprise me. I think even more so than Roadcraft and SnowRunner, Expeditions had a very niche clientele. Still am quite annoyed that I find it a game that isn't for me, because I do like scouting SnowRunner. I do like that aspect of this game, but I just didn't like Expeditions, which is so disappointing, you know? Restore that crane dead quick. Oop. Crikey, that doesn't look good, does it? Right. Let's get this trailer hooked up, delivered, and then we can go and get our last lot of medium logs from across the shore. That perfect. And boom. Oh, I think that was all of my spine that popped with that stretch. That was glorious. Right, I'm going to just move this crane in and down, just to stop those from going anywhere. And let's set ourselves some waypoints. So we're going back across the bridge here now. Across here. And then we need to go this way. Down the shoreline. Go across to this frame here. Grab the medium logs from that frame. And then we can go around here. Back up here. Along this road here. And let me just check exactly where we're going for this. That one, that one. This one. need. But we are now going over here to the hotel cluster. And then we should be able to pick up the long log and maybe even deliver that today. We'll just have to see how things are going time-wise when we get down there, because we've still got to get over to the right trailer. Please don't attach to the wrong tree. That is ludicrous. Thank you very much. You might wonder why I'm not putting these medium logs in the trailer right now, and that's because when I get over to the log cabin that we're going to dismantle, we can just easily auto-load the logs straight into the trailer without having to worry about it. Be much quicker than putting these in, loading it, and then manually reloading the forester's cradle with the long logs at the end. Ah, right. Question is, do I take a little fuel out of the Avonhorn here? I think I do, to be absolutely honest, just to push my tank back up to full. So once I get through delivering these logs, this thing will probably be heading back to the garage, or at least to the next map. Shouldn't need it anymore. We're done with. Once we're done with these missions. Let's just grab a little fuel. Yeah, out of the trailer. There we go. We'll leave the Avonhorn's fuel itself. That trailer fuel. Perfect. Right. Oh hey, the bridge remained down this time. That's different to last time. It was I had to knock it over again when I came through here last time. That's nice that it's remembered it. Perfect. Alright. Getting things done. I'm actually, really happy right now with how much progress we're getting done. This is, like, way more than I had actually anticipated getting done. I was looking at the clock and looking at what I wanted to get done and thinking to myself, I could be pushing it here, like, badly pushing it to get this stuff sorted today, but I think I should be able to get this mission done, get these medium logs delivered, get the long log delivered, and then we might have to wait until next time to carry on, but we'll see. We shall see. It's just a little climb. Just a little climb. Here we go. I think the worst bit will be, once we've got the medium logs on board, the worst bit will be climbing up to the hotel. I'm not sure what that route is like. I think I've come down that route with cargo, but I don't think I've gone up that route with cargo, so if I have come down, I've only gone down once. Yeah, I don't tend to use forest trails when I don't need to, yeah. That is a serious mud pit there. Wiggle, wiggle. Much better. I'm actually really pleased that all of my planning and cargo management has worked out today as well, because I was actually seeing double, counting all the logs that I had to pull out and transport, and where they were supposed to go first, and what the best route was to transport them all and everything. So I'm really very happy that it's all kind of worked out as I envisioned it. Go here. Across this whole section here. There we go. Heartless. Then this into trailer. Perfect. And there's the medium logs we need. All sorted. Go through there. This guy's garden. Perfect. You okay? Yeah. Fine. I was just worried that that lake was going to be one of those lakes where you drive into it, disappear. No, bottomless puddle effect. So the climb begins. I think we're going to need to do this in diff lock. Okay, yeah, this is definite diff lock territory. This is. Oh, nice tree placement. Actually, the auto winch playing ball for once as well. Beautiful. Okay, come on. Come on, that's it. That's it. Keep on swinging, Forrester. There we go. Whoa. Pro work. Yes, more praise. Feed my ego. No, seriously, Weapon X, thank you very much. Most of the time, my SnowRunner style is chaotic at best, so it's nice to get some good feedback. Expeditions, something else. Yeah, it's weird. Expeditions. Like I was saying earlier, I thought I was really going to like it because I love the scouting part of SnowRunner. I love heading out on a fresh map with a scout and just exploring, you know? But I think I've realised what I don't like about expeditions, but what I do like about SnowRunner and Roadcraft, and that is that Expeditions uses the Mudrunner model, and what I mean by that is that every single mission is instanced. So, like, you'll load a map to go and do a mission, and anything you do on that map, nothing matters because none of it is saved until you unlock the map properly, like in exploration mode. So you have to keep doing missions like over and over, retreading the same ground, rehashing the same things over and over again and it doesn't feel like you're making progress. And I think if the Expeditions game, they said, here's your map, here's what you have to do, here are like where you've got to go to get this unlocked, here's where you've got to go to get this unlocked, and they just gave you the full map without any like instancing, I would love it a lot more than I do, because I was actually enjoying the style of gameplay, I just wasn't enjoying the instancing that goes on. Yeah, Mudrunner and Expeditions suffer from the same problem there, to be honest. It does not explain a great deal, either of those games. As like Snowrunner does, you know, to an extent anyway. Oh, Forrester, come on, it's just a grassy hill. It's not that hard, you don't have to be afraid. There we go, that's better. Gotta give encouragement to these vehicles sometimes, or they lose the will to live. But yeah, Roadcraft is good for giving instructions, you know. Roadcraft is definitely very good for giving instructions. A little too good sometimes, I would say. But, yeah. Maybe, I keep saying, maybe one of these days I'll actually go back to Expeditions and check it out. And now that they're not supporting it anymore, or at least there's going to be no more new content for it, maybe now is a good time to go back and check it out again. You never know. Right. Attach the trailer again. Let's get this last load of logs loaded. Then we can get the long logs sorted. That should be this mission done. Be fantastic. Perfect. Last log. Oh, okay. Hack and boom. Right. Move this guy out of the way. Then we can get... oh yeah, loads of time to get the long log delivered. Might even get something else done today as well. Who knows? We'll have to see. Right. You can park up there, good sir. Right, now, we need the C500. Where are you, C500? There you are. Yes. First, I think we need to bring the 5020 or 520. Go. Right. Here we go. One. Perfection. Right. I would love that. I would love that weapons. I've actually said that before, I believe, in the past. that, like, the log cranes definitely need a light. The Forester ain't that bad because, you know, it's got a lot of lights, so, you know, it's not that bad. But the other cranes are a nightmare, and I have a problem now, don't I? Yes, I do. Because those aren't going to come out very easily at all. Oh, right, okay. Detach trailer, stop engine, change to the International. Start engine, winch. Perfect. Stop. Change to the Mac. Back over. Perfect. And back to the Kenny. There we go. Perfect. Hey, thank you very much. Always nice to have company, you know. Always nice to have new people joining the stream as well, so I'm glad you're enjoying it. I try to be educational and entertaining where I can, you know. So that's great. Now, can I grab these things? Come here, you. There we go. Up. So close. Stop sliding. There. Oh, don't. Don't mess with me, logs. Had enough of your kind for one day. There we go. Okay. It is lovely to say, isn't it, babe? Very nice. Right. Oh. Not that way, that way, that way, that way. Oh, I've got two. Will they stay in the grabs? That is the big question. Down. Let go. Yeah! Okay. Whoa! I think that actually worked perfectly. Just going to leave those two on the ground there for now, I think. And can I pack those? Excuse me, there are 3 logs there. Of course there are enough logs. What? Wait, what? What? Okay, that's strange. Backing this up a moment. Let's see if we can get this. There we go, that's better. Perfect. Okay, let's give this trailer a proper tryout. Under loaded conditions. Oh, I know. The logs I really wish the logs in this game behaved more like the logs in Roadcraft. I know that is a massive ask because it's two completely different systems, two completely different games, and it's probably never going to happen despite all of my dreams. But, you know, in Roadcraft you can manipulate logs with a standard crane. You don't have to use a logging crane if you don't want to. There's also only one size of log, which is even more genius. You can strap logs to anything and transport them. You don't have to use a dedicated logging trailer. It's such a better system, you know? It really is. It's first little up there. Okay. Action. But yeah, it is what it is, you know? I think it's just a given fact that SnowRunner logs are a fickle beast, and you've got to treat them as such. And if you treat them appropriately and don't expect miracles, then you will succeed. Eventually. Going there. That's exactly where I wanted the winch point from, but that will do better. That will keep us, straighten us out a little bit. Wow, right. Oh, Nelly, that was unexpected. I was turning left and I went right. Whoa, Nelly, no, 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 no. Okay, that was not what I wanted to happen, but at least the logs stayed put, and at least I have lots of nice trees to pull me back onto my wheels. Let me just put this safety winch in place. Oh, yeah, you see that? You see that? You see how the trailer swayed as I packed the... Oh. Ay, 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 ay. Right, I think... Put winch further back. There, I think... To there. Just to make sure that whoa. Here we go again. This trailer is pretty terrible. This trailer is actually pretty terrible. But hey, that's twice. Can I make it a third time? Oh, I need something stiffer than water for this, I tell you. Oh, goodness me, that is ridiculous. Okay, let me go for here. Can't get a winch to there, can I? There. Oh, there will work. To there. Come on, level me out. That's it. There we go. Right. This is not good. I do not want to be right here, and I can't turn very well because of this trailer. Right. Okay. Barring any more sudden and unexpected rolls, I think we'll be okay. says as he veers directly into a rock face. Oh, don't do that. I was trying to avoid taking too much of a steep angle, but it's thank you, Difflock. It's not like I need you right now. Okay. Yeah, this trailer is awful. Never used it before, and probably never will after this map. I mean, the only reason I'm going to be using it right now... Oh my lord, I just noticed what my fuel's at. Why didn't I refuel before I came up here? Well, as long as we can get to where we're going, I can tow this thing down with the Forester, so it's not be all and end all. Which point directly ahead of me. Thank you, game. That's it. Man alive. This trailer is so bad. It is bulky, it is really, really top heavy and so sway, even when unfolded, never mind folded. And yeah, it's not good. Not good at all. I'll most certainly be going back to other means of logging along crops. Boom! Okay. Aye, aye, aye. Right. At least I can just fold it up like that quite nicely. That is a plus point, I guess. But we'll just go and park this guy behind the Forester for now. I don't think I'll be needing either of these trucks anytime soon, at least not on this map. I think that is all of the actual logging done. Oy, oy, oy. Let's just double check that. Planks and other stuff. Find some boys. Oh, this one's a nightmare. Check the left bank. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that might not be too bad, because if we put 2 of the boys in, we can fit some cargo on the back and we go and do the other ones. So, okay, that's another map. That is the other map. This one just needs the packed sand to here. Yeah, so there's a buoy going in right here, so we can take that and the packed sand at the same time. So that's 2 things we can do at once. See, I told you I didn't need to worry about it. We need 2 cargo containers and 2 spare parts to the scout building here. Hey, maybe that one's a good one to do right now, because I think I have all of that. How long do we have? Only 10 minutes. Not a long time. We also have some potatoes to deliver, a water tank to deliver, and a fuel trailer to deliver. We've not got a lot left on this map. That's actually really good going. We've got 3 tasks. Well, actually, before I say we've got 3 tasks, let me just check the tasks, just to make sure, because you never know. 1, 2, 3. So those are the 3 that we have. Any more for the national park? No. because that's mountains. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 tasks. Well, that doesn't actually surprise me. I haven't really done an awful lot on the River Mountains other than fixing the roads, so that doesn't surprise me that we only have 12. That we have 12 tasks to do on there. But yeah, then we only have. So we have the 3 tasks on this map. We have this mission, which is literally just delivery because that is so easy to get to. We just have to go up to the sawmill, get the appropriate number of planks and deliver them. So that's not too bad. And then I'll obviously deliver this as well. But I believe the Plaid has all the cement we need, and I believe the Ford 750 has all of the packed sand that we need. In search of the boys. Yeah. This one's going to be the one that's slightly annoying because it's kind of all over the place still. But then the only other contract we have is this one for the packed sand, this one for the supplies to there, and that is it. Everything else is on Selton River Mountain. Okay, we are looking good. Where are we percentage-wise? 76% now. Ah, over 3/4 done. And most of it's on the next map. Alright, I think rather than trying to rush anything else at this point, because I am very close to 6 o'clock now, where the end of the stream will occur. I think we will pause there for today. Yeah. So we basically have logs to deliver. We have a few other bits of random cargo to deliver. And we have the data boys are going to be the biggest task, biggest mission that we have left to do on this map. That's probably something we should have been doing as we were doing other missions, as opposed to leaving it until the last second, but never mind. We should be able to do that. It's another trip to the scout camp, annoyingly. But yeah, should be all right to do. And then obviously we have the 3 tasks as well, which pretty much involve this one. I already have the Kenny here because I believe these 3 cargoes right there are the 3 things we need to pick up. So we basically just need to go down, grab them, bring them over here, and then go down this little trail and round and in. So that's not going to be too hard. We have water, which I have the Dairy Special up at the water point with its water tank, which is perfect for this mission because it's exactly the amount of water that we need to bring down. And then we have the fuel carrier also from the water point. So it's just a load of driving back to the garage, you know, which is good for that. So Snowrunner will be back next Sunday. I'm going to start bringing some vehicles round into better positions and just, you know, making sure we can make a good start on this. So next week shouldn't actually be all that taxing. We should have a relatively easy time getting the rest of this map finished. And then it's just a case of moving on to the River Mountain, which, whilst mostly explored, I've not been up here yet, which is pretty much the only place the final upgrade can be, because I've been everywhere else now. Yeah, we do have a lot of tasks left to do, but yeah. we should be able to make a good go of this. But we'll just have to wait and see. So, like I said, this SnowRunner will be back next Sunday, picking up where we left off. And on Wednesday, guys, we'll be back to Farming Sim. And as I wasn't able to do a stream last week, if it works out, I might run a little longer on Wednesday. Not too much, but I might try and elongate the stream just a little bit to make up for the missed session last week because of my work. So do join me for that. And then, like I said earlier in this stream, after this Wednesday we'll go into a rotating cycle and we'll be doing Roadcraft and Farming Sim kind of every other week. That's the plan. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for the new people joining us today. Don't forget to drop a follow if you haven't already. And yeah, hopefully see you around again. So until next time, guys, do take care, do stay safe, and I shall catch you next time. Bye for now, everyone.